Introducing first on my left, fighting out of the Star Motorcycles blue corner. He stands 6 feet tall, official weight 170.5 pounds. This wrestling best fighter has a record of 4 wins, 1 defeat. Fighting out of Boca Raton, Florida by way of Arlington, Texas, Kamaru, the Nigerian Nightmare Usman. And across the cage on my right, fighting out of the mo2go.com red corner. Standing 5 feet 5 inches tall, officially weighing in at 172 pounds. This Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt has a record of 11 wins, 3 defeats, 1 no contest. Fighting out of Dallas, Texas, Marcus the Wrecking Ball Hicks. Referee to give final instructions, Steve Armstrong.
Marcus. Okay, gentlemen, you received your instructions in the dressing room. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Touch gloves, good luck.
Kamaru Usman at -280. Marcus Hicks at +200. A little bit of late movement on Marcus Hicks' pack.
Yes, sir. Hicks a little fire plug.
Are you ready?
He's got to come out swinging. He's got to go for the jaw of Usman. Usman wants Hicks on his back. Southpaw versus Orthodox. Southpaw stance on Hicks.
Usman got to be very careful not let Hicks inside.
Hicks' first fight in 2.5 years.
See him try and get that takedown.
Usman backs him up against the cage, throws a knee to the inside thigh, then to the outside thigh.
Hicks got to get himself off of the cage.
Foot stop. Knee to the inside thigh from Hicks. Another foot stomp from Usman.
And Hicks grimaced. Hurt his foot.
Watch the groin.
Knee to the inside thigh from Usman.
Look at him lifting his left foot. Doesn't want Usman to do that again.
Takedown from Usman, not where Hicks wanted to be inside the first minute.
We'll see how that black belt in jiu-jitsu matches up with the world-class wrestling of Usman here.
Hicks is going to find a way to get back to his feet.
Well, he's doing a good job of balling up here. He's got his underhook in, trying to scoot to the half guard, trying to get some sweep stuff going. If he can pull that off against a wrestler of this quality, I'll be impressed.
Usman with the elbows, cracking down to the left side of the body. Rips one up to the head, doesn't quite connect for him. Hicks looks to get to his feet, Usman straight back on him.
Usman was trying to put a hook in. Nice.
Picks out that leg nicely, drops Hicks back down. Approaching the halfway mark of this opening round, set for 3. Our co-main events at welterweight, Marcus Hicks, Kamaru Usman.
It's the thing with Usman, he's got so many ways to take you down. it's going to be very difficult to stay on your feet with a guy like this.
Don't hold the fans.
Nice elbow, just measures him here, does Usman.
That's where you get in trouble with that half guard series. Trying to sweep somebody with this good a base who can drop elbows on you.
Usman going to town with the elbows. Now the body shots off the right hand. Then goes to the head of Hicks. Hicks in a whole world of hurt here. Usman teeing off on him.
Yeah, that hurts.
This could be over in a hurry. Hicks with nowhere to go. Usman just unloading.
Hicks trying to move here. He could be better off not having his leg hooked under there.
Big ask to come back after a 2.5-year layoff and fight a guy like Kamaru Usman.
Yeah. Who's 11 years younger.
2 minutes left, Marcus.
10 inches reach. 6, 7 inches taller. And his just been a ferocious machine in his last few fights.
Would be really bad. It's bad enough to have Usman on you in the cage. Imagine having a guy like that on top of you in a fight on the street and there's no ref.
Elbows again from Usman. He won't stop. There may be a cut under the left eye here of Hicks. Nowhere to go for Marcus Hicks.
Great, you know, with that reach, he's able to hit him easily. He's got great base, wrestler of this level. You can't get him off balance. He can drop power on you from anywhere he's at. Hicks at a distinct disadvantage here.
All one-way traffic, all Kamaru Usman. Hicks can only hope to survive the round and get a stand-up to start the second round, if he can get that far.
Yeah, 40 seconds is a long time.
Usman just looking to slice, dice, and fillet him with those elbows. Reins in the right hand. Body shot, a dull thud, the knuckles turning in.
Hicks is talking to him.
Hicks was saying no, as if to say, I'm not done yet. You've got to do better than that. We will go into the second round. Hicks will get a much-needed brief rest. And we'll start from a stand-up position.
Usman in complete control in this round. Great base, great balance, dropping elbows and punches from everywhere. Well, you got to get wrist control on Usman and try and stop him from dropping these elbows on you. Hicks showing a good chin because he ate a lot of them.
There is indeed a cut under the left eye of Hicks.
Walk at the hand, okay? Walk at the hand, you know that what I say? Walk at the hand. There's nothing to beat you right now.
George Santiago in the corner of Kamaru Usman.
Those guys complement each other in the gym. World-class wrestler and a world-class BJJ guy.
Usman. Second round, set for 3. Hicks has got to try and keep it standing. Got to go to the jaw of Kamaru. Overhand, and again. He almost walks into a round kick, does the wrecking ball. Overhand left, knee from Kamaru Usman. Hicks does not want to go down to canvas.
Oh.
Elbow from Kamaru, going after that cut under the left eye.
Stuck it nicely with that elbow.
Scooping bolo punch to the body, missed there for Hicks.
Usman got to get off the cage here. Be smart about this.
Overhooks that left arm, does Kamaru Usman. Hicks breaks off, dances backwards. Tried for an overhand left, went to the body, head pulled down for a knee. Usman couldn't get it off.
Nice.
Drives him down to the canvas. Again, Hicks finds himself down on the floor inside the first minute of the round.
Nice little knee tap by Usman. Slick little takedown. Hicks got to try and figure out how to get up here.
And here come those devastating elbows from Kamaru Usman.
Either got to get out, get that leg out. You can see Usman sitting on his leg, pinching it. He'll sit down on it and pinch it and hold him there, which is smart. Hicks got to get that leg out of there, get an underhook and try and come up to a single leg or at least get up. Or get him in full guard and try and tie him up.
A gentleman outside of the cage, a nasty man inside of it, the Nigerian. Will do Hicks no favors.
So he hooks that leg and sits on it.
Body thuds again. What do you do if you're Marcus Hicks, Pat?
Get the hell up. It's easier said than done. Get an underhook, scoot your hips out, try and wall walk up the cage, do anything to get up, control a wrist while you're coming up so that Usman can't put you back down on your rear end so easily. But you know, it's easier said than done. I don't think people realize, unless you've had a guy of this caliber of wrestling on top of you, I don't think people understand the power, the balance, the aggression. It can be pretty terrifying.
Hicks may be close to getting stopped here. Another cut. This one, it looks like it may be the bridge of the nose or just the side of the nose. There's only so much more the referee will allow Hicks to take.
And Hicks is exhausted right now trying to deal with this guy's power.
This is over, surely. Referee could stop it right here. He gives Hicks the benefit of the doubt.
Think Don would have stopped it by now?
Don would have stopped it by now.
I think so.
And Kamaru says, okay, I'll just keep pounding on him.
I want to ask Don, but I don't want to put him on the spot, Michael.
Usman just doing a number. Look at the face here of Hicks, a horror show.
Got to hand it to Hicks. He's a tough customer.
One minute 40 of punishment remains in this round for Hicks. We can't see him going anywhere. It may be stopped now. Referee's right on top of it here. Relentless elbows. There's no coverage, no defense. Referee can stop it again and still chooses not to. And the nose of Hicks is just getting smashed and mashed.
The two sorest things in the planet tomorrow morning will be Usman's elbows and Hicks's face.
Solid right hand to the orbital. To that damage under the left eye. Hicks trying desperately to get back to his feet.
Tell you what, this guy's got a lot of heart.
Huge heart. And that heart has a whole lot less blood to pump at the moment because it is coming out of two cuts on the face of Hicks.
Trying to lock up a key lock on Usman here. Tell you what, man.
Now this would be a shot.
Strong little guy.
This would be a shot. It's not going to happen though for Hicks. And Usman goes back to town, pounding away. Hicks goes turtle shell. Now the referee may stop it. There's no answer here from Marcus Hicks. Clean shot to the orbital again. Elbows from Usman. Punishment rains down. 20 seconds remains.
I can't believe he hasn't stopped it.
Usman just hammering down on a hapless Marcus Hicks. Referee telling him to defend himself. He's not. Finally he stops it. Finally. Smashing.
That's a genetic freak right there, boy. That's a scary dude.
Just an abs. Hicks full of heart. Kamaru Usman going places.
Ladies and gentlemen, at exactly 5 minutes on the dot of round number 2, your referee calls a halt to the action. Your winner by TKO, Kamaru Usman.
Kamaru Usman goes 5-1 and receives a $1,000 finishing bonus courtesy of Ready Every Second. Okay, Kamaru Usman now with Pat Miletich.
In here with Kamaru Usman. Kamaru, you got to feel pretty good about your performance tonight.
I feel great. First of all, I want to take this chance to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Also, I want to thank my family, my friends, everybody that came on out. I want to thank y'all. I want to thank my team, Black Zillions, everybody down in Florida, ASM, Glenn Robinson. I want to thank everybody. But yeah, back to your question, I feel great, you know. I just thank God that I'm able to come out here and do this for y'all.
Were you surprised the referee didn't stop the fight sooner? I mean, you landed a lot of elbows on Hicks.
No, I wasn't surprised. He's a seasoned veteran. He knows what he's doing, and he's tough as nails. He always comes to fight, so I knew I was going to have to take my time, slowly break him down and get him out of there.
You wanted to work on your striking more. Obviously, you've improved a lot in that area, but you decided to go with the wrestling and the dominance on the ground tonight.
Yeah, a guy like him is very heavy-handed, and so, you know, I wanted to kind of, you know, implement a strategy that I worked on with my coaches, kind of take him down, take some wind out of him, and then go ahead and, you know, open up on him and put the whole arsenal on him.
Impressive performance tonight. Kamaru Usman, ladies and gentlemen.
Kamaru Usman indeed was impressive. Folks, it's title fight time, and the Big D, defending featherweight champion Leonard Bad Boy Garcia, lays the strap on the line against Damon Jackson when Legacy Fighting rolls on.